What is going on, legends? It is your boy King Aaron, and in this video I'll be going over how to make better decisions in Apex Legends Season 4. And if you guys do stick around to the end of the video, I do have an extra tip that will benefit you guys, so stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Alright, legends, before we do hop into the 4 tips on how to make better decisions in Apex Legends Season 4, if you are watching this video and you are new, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, as this is where you can find the finest tips on making you an improved Apex Legends player. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for watching my videos. Much love to you guys, and let's get right into it. Okay, legends, are you making plays where you think it's the best one, but then end up realizing that it wasn't, and it leads to you going down because of it? Well, don't worry, King Aaron is here with 4 valid tips to improve your decision making in Apex Legends. For the first tip I have is being patient. Now, patience will come with understanding the perfect time to make a play. In order to understand the concept of patience, you should be playing the scenario in your head before it even happens. For example, this isn't currently in my gameplay, I'm just giving you guys an example of what I went through when I was learning the game. So for say, if you shoot at an Octane right in front of you, think about it. Will you be able to knock him, or can he just run away and get better positioning on you? Know if the chances are that he could just run away and group with his team, then the odds have turned against you, and therefore you have made a bad decision. So something to keep in mind is letting your enemies do what they gotta do, and soon enough there will be an opportunity for you to close the gap to set up a proper attack on your enemies. Also, when making decisions on Apex Legends, always, can't stress that enough, always have your team close by to either cause distractions or help you out in the situation. Another point I have when playing patient is to absolutely never chase a kill, as it never leads to your favor 9 times out of 10. Another positive thing when being patient is that your line of fire will actually allow you to be on top of the gunfight exchanges, giving you more success in winning more gunfights as well. Okay, legends, that's it for being patient. Moving on to the next tip. Okay, legends, and for the second tip to making better decisions is to be planning ahead on your next move. When you're setting yourself up for the next step, you should see in your head exactly how it should be played before even executing your play. So right here in this next clip, I have a situation where I did come in clutch in a 1v3, and I'm about to break it down step by step of exactly what decisions were going through my head and how I was planning out to clutching up the 1v3 scenario. Let's get right into that. All right, legends, so I did end up running up the hill, so I'm not going to show that, but I ended up flanking that lifeline, taking her out. So I know there was 2 squads fighting over here, right, because there's 4 squads left here. More shots to my left, so I see more people. Get a nice crack on that Wraith to back her up, right, finish up lifeline, get her out of the game, you know. And then I can see the I can see the Wraith. She took the zip line across, but she was in another fight with her other team, right? Get a couple shots on her, make her back up, so potentially she's gonna end up full healing. I can see her climbing up, get a little bit more shots, and then I try to go for something a little bit crazy here. PK shot, missed that, whatever, it's okay. I'm gonna let her full heal. She'll send me later, you guys will see that. But now we have to focus on the other team down here. So it's 2v3 here. Lifeline, my teammate, puts himself in a sort of bad situation, but he deals as much damage as possible, so good for him. I try to cover him as best as I can, get a couple shots there with those ones. Again, Lifeline is doing a great job taking her cover. Yep, completely. She gets knocked by the Bloodhound. I completely fried the Bloodhound, knocked him. I know I have to push now, because that was it for that squad. And I see the last squad coming and pushing really hard. Get some nice shots on Lifeline. I see the Wraith again. Here we go. This is the Wraith. Didn't get too many good shots on her, but whatever. Charge up my PK. Get a nice 110. Juicy 110. Lifeline's pushing me now. Get a nice 75 to a 118. Knock her. Knew the Wraith was low, so I could have challenged. I know I didn't have too much health, but I knew I could have. I was confident in my shot. Now there's potentially one player left, and it's Octane rushing me like a complete crazy guy. And I charged up my PK once again, 100, and I knew it was over right here. I hit him for the nice clean 100 with the PK, and yeah. So my goal potentially was just to deal as much damage as possible as in the 1v3, because they're pushing towards me. So me dealing as much damage as possible when they're pushing into me will make it a lot more easier when they're getting really close to me and up to my face. So that was the main goal. That was what's going through my head. And there we go, we got a nice clutch. Alrighty, legends, moving forward onto the third tip, which is playing the smart mind game. Now, some things about having a good mind game in Apex Legends comes across with multiple situations, but here's one of them. Do you really have to fully heal sometimes, or can you just pop a battery and potentially knock your opponent in some situations? Yes, but not all of them. There's a time and there's a place for this type of mind game. Now, in a scenario that this move can be played is going over and saying to yourself, do I have the best positioning and angle on my opponent? If you've answered yes to both of these, then you can most likely just pop the battery and take on the fight. Also, to keep in mind, this situation is more for a 1v1 gunfight, not a 2 or 3 enemies coming towards you. If the case comes down where the whole team is pushing you, this is where you either have to reposition to fully heal or just bail the scene completely and just get the hell out of there. So in order to play the pop a 1 battery and engage the fight is where you have enough distance between you and your enemies to do so, because everyone on Apex Legends will literally full send you once you are cracked. So you need to make sure that you have cover to support when playing around the small healing tactics with your enemies. But another thing to understand is that you have 2 other teammates around you, and they can also relieve pressure for you so that you don't have to fully heal. And then you can engage the scene faster than you think sometimes and help out output more damage on the enemy team while playing the small heal tactic. Alright, legends, that is going to wrap up for tip number 3. Moving on to the last and final tip. For the final tip I have is being unpredictable. I feel this concept will definitely lead you to make better decisions. For example, if you can catch an enemy on the flank, you'll be able to literally see exactly where everybody is set up. Knowing this in the back of your head will allow you to catch your enemies off guard, which is the overall goal when being unpredictable. When you are entering a gunfight, make sure you're switching positions to other buildings to get new angles on your opponents so you can throw them off rhythm and keep them guessing, hence being unpredictable. Also, you don't have to really do high number damage to your opponent. You can tag them for 40 or 50 damage and then back up so you do not get hit, and switch your angles up. As you do this, you can make it more difficult for your enemies to catch you. And the more and more you tag your opponents, I will guarantee you that you will start to irritate your enemies, and very well, they will be making a bad decision that you can capitalize on. Another way to be unpredictable is to evaluate approaching a gunfight. You can start at the bottom of a building, but you can always work your way up. So if there's a team on top of a building, but you do want to make your way up, try throwing grenades or airstrike ultimates to get them off the high ground, and then there you go, the top position is yours. But when taking over the top position, again, be unpredictable. Don't just take the zipline, as they can hear when you take that route. Try setting yourself up a floor below and then throwing grenades and ultimates then. So then you could just climb up the walls of the buildings to approach a different angle than using the zipline just like everybody else does. So the best advice I can give you to be unpredictable is try not to do what everyone else does. Make your own paths and routes to direct a gunfight. Alright, legends, that's going to wrap up tip number 4, being unpredictable. Let's move on to the bonus tip and finalize the video. Alright, to everyone that has made it to this point of the video, thank you guys so much. And if you guys are enjoying the tips so far, drop a like on the video, as it will be much appreciated. Okay, let's move on to the bonus tip. Learn from your mistakes. If you are not willing to learn that you are in the wrong and need to improve on some parts of the game in Apex Legends, then decision making will come a little bit harder to you. But as you learn to accept that you are making the bad play, and you start adjusting your gameplay to making the correct one and coming out on top, which is the key. So if you're coming out on top on situations, then you are making the better decision. So the more better decisions you are making on Apex, the easier it will come game after game after game. So the goal here is to make sure to stay consistent with making good decisions, as it will come second nature to you guys. But before getting to second nature, you're gonna have to figure out what the rights and the wrongs are in a lot of decision making when you are playing the game. So yes, everyone's gonna make bad decisions, but it's literally up to you to figure out what you have to stop doing to come out on top on situations. So just think about it and break it down and ask yourself, should I have done that a little bit better? Or should I have just shield swapped and entered the gunfight then? or should I use my ability to get away? So there's a lot of things to think about. So that's something on your part that you have to do, because it's your gameplay that you're trying to improve at the end of the day. In order to do that, you have to tell yourself that you were wrong in the decision and accept the loss. But that's okay. Everybody has to take losses sometimes. But take that loss, but learn from it, so you won't make the same mistake over and over again. Alrighty, legends, thank you so much for watching my video, as I hope it did help you out. If you guys have any comments, leave them down in the comment sections below, and if you did enjoy the video, drop a like on it, as it will be appreciated. And before we do end it off, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And it's been your boy King Era, man, and I'm out, man. Peace. Catch you guys in the next one.